Hey YouTube, it's me Morgan, and this video is going to be a very different video than what I usually do. This is going to be a video about me talking about finances, and I feel like I'm at a place in my life where I feel comfortable and can talk about finances. So just to let you know, I have been gone for a little bit. I've been like on a hiatus, I guess. I love making YouTube videos, but I have been on YouTube since 2009, and I'm a little sick, so please excuse me. I have been on YouTube since 2009, and sometimes recording videos and making videos and editing videos and all that stuff gets tiring, and it's not that exciting sometimes. So when there's periods of times when I don't record, it's not because I don't want to, it's just because like I really don't feel like it. Like I'm not excited to do it at that time. And I feel like as a YouTuber, if you want to record a video and make videos, you should be excited to make the videos, and they should be good videos. And yeah, so I really think that excuse me, I really think that I just needed like a quick little break, so I haven't recorded in like a month or two. The last video I posted, I put at the bottom that it was recorded like in December or January. It's about to be March. It's like, what's today? February 20. Today is February 28th, so please excuse me. So yeah, so that's what me being away was about, but I am back now and I'm excited to record videos again. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so this video is going to be about finances, like I said, and this video is probably going to go in some kind of weird order. I don't know, I'm just going to start talking. I did put some notes on my phone on what I wanted to talk about, and I kind of made an order, but I don't know if it's going to go in that order. So yeah, so I want to talk about finances and like credit scores. I posted my credit score on my Instagram because I was like really proud of myself the other day on what it was, and I'll get to that at the end. So this video is mainly going to be about finances, like how to save money, how to basically get what you want, and how to raise your credit score, what will help make your credit score go up through my experiences. So nobody's like paying me to make this video because yeah, whatever. So okay, so let's start off. What do I do? First of all, what is my occupation? So first of all, I'm a teacher. I went to college. I went to Valdosta State University I went to another college. I went to Fort Valley for a year and a half in 2008. And then I transferred to Valdosta State in 2010, and I graduated from Valdosta in 2012. So I was in college for 4 years, and I got my degree in early childhood education. So now I am a kindergarten teacher, and that is my #1 priority. So that takes over everything, okay? As far as like jobs and what I do. So being a teacher is #1. That comes #1 on the list. That's what I went to college for. That's what my goal was. That's what I do. My second job is YouTube. YouTube does not take over my whole life. YouTube, I started in college, and it was like a hobby, and it still is a hobby to me. It just happened to be a lucrative hobby, which I'm very happy about, and I thank God for. So those are my two basic jobs. And then you have like other sources of income. I have other income that I get from like Instagram, posting stuff from different companies. So those are my two things, being a teacher and YouTube. So I believe that a person should have more than one source of income. Doesn't matter what you do, you need to do like, I guess, one main thing and find something else that you love doing and make money out of doing it. So YouTube, I happen to love doing it because I didn't start getting paid from YouTube until like 2011. So I was on there for like 2 years not knowing I could even get paid. I didn't know like people even made money off of YouTube. So when I found out, I was like, you know, getting all excited. I was like, oh, you can get paid for YouTube. So yeah, so YouTube just happened to like fall in my lap, and I kept going with it, and I really love doing it. I love helping people. I love talking to people. I love all that, so I love it. So those are the two things. Sources of income. Other sources could be like the things I get from Instagram, like posting on Instagram, you know, stuff like that. So I just wanted to let y'all know that I don't live a perfect life. I have to manage and budget my money. Even though I have these sources of income coming in, I'm not rich at all. Like, I wish I was rich. I wish I won the lottery when it was like $1 billion something like a month ago, but I'm not rich. Trust me, I'm not. I did go to college, which means I have loans from college that are really, really high. My parents, a lot of people think that my parents paid for college. Throughout the years, I have heard so much stuff about me and being like spoiled or something. Like, some people comment on my videos saying I'm spoiled, my parents pay for everything, blah, blah, which is not the case. When I was in college, I did have the Hope Scholarship, which is a scholarship that's only in Georgia. And if you like graduate high school with at least a 3.0, then you get the Hope Scholarship, and they pay for your tuition and books, which they don't pay for all your books because the books are expensive. But they pay for that in college. So my freshman year of college, when I was at Fort Valley, I lost my hope after freshman year. College, the first year was really hard for me because it was hard to transition from high school to college. In high school, I didn't study for tests. I just made good grades. Like, I didn't have to study or anything. But in college, everything they do, like all the all the scores they take are from tests. And I was a horrible test taker. So I had to learn how to like study all over again, do all this stuff. So I lost my Hope Scholarship. My GPA went down to like a 2.7 something. It was just horrible. And I was a biology major at first. So I had 18 credit hours at first. And I just like broke down. I cried to my mom. I was like, can I do this? I changed my major to early childhood, which is something I wanted to also do. And I was really thinking about doing that. So I went ahead and changed it. And that's why I'm a teacher now. But so yeah, so I lost my scholarship. So I had to start paying money out of pocket. By the time I finished college, I did get my GPA back up right at the end. So, I mean, it was no point, like, I couldn't get any more scholarship money. But so yeah, so I was left with like a lot of loan money. So now I have to pay back my loans. And I know people are like, oh, you can just, you know, take a class and defer them. But I don't like lying. And I don't like pushing stuff back. I'd rather just deal with it and accept it. So I pay, you know, my student loans every month. And my loans are expensive. They're the same as a car note, as my car note. I'm not going to tell you how much it is, but it's a good chunk of, you know, my money. So I'm on income base, which helps because I do it towards how much you get paid with work. So I do have my student loans I have to pay. I have my car note, which is reasonable because I did save up for that. And I have like your phone bill you have your gym membership, your car insurance. So all that has to take into account to how to finance and budget money. So one thing I'm really blessed that helped me to save my money was staying at home with my parents. So yes, I am 25 years old. My birthday is in March 22nd. I will be 26 in March. Yes, I still live at home with my parents. I put something on Instagram and somebody was like, but don't you like, it was like they were trying to throw shade or something. They were like, but don't you still live at home with your mom and dad? And I'm like, yes, I do. And I don't see anything wrong with staying at home with your parents if you can, okay? At first, I thought it was like embarrassing, or like I'm too old to be staying at home with my mom and dad and blah blah blah. But you know, I just thought about it. I'm like, this is a very smart decision. Even when I talk to people, like older friends I have, even coworkers I have that are like 40 and 50 years old, they're like, you need to stay at home and save your money. You can leave home when it's like really necessary, or you feel like you're stable enough and have all the money you want saved. But do not rush to leave home. I just thought, I don't know, I guess it's like the society we live in, or, you know, social media life, whatever. It's like you graduate college, oh, you're like 22 to 23, it's time to get out of your parents' home. Now, I know some people are not fortunate and they have circumstances where they can't move back in with their parents, but I did, and I really appreciate my parents for that, and I love them so much for letting me do that. I'm taking advantage of it, because even my dad told me, he was like, you need to stay here until you save your money, which makes sense. So that's what I'm doing. So I have no shame in my game. All you people out there who are able to stay at home with your parents and save money, I highly advise you to do that. And like even as far as like dating, I thought like guys wouldn't want to talk to me because I lived at home. They'll be like, where do you live? And they'll be like, oh, so where do you live? And I'm like, well, yeah, I still live at home with my mom and dad. And they still want to talk to me. Like, it doesn't, not in my case, none of my cases yet. No guy has turned me down because I didn't live at home. They actually are like, oh, that's good, because I wish I could stay at home with my parents and save money. So I just feel like it's the best decision for me right now. But I'm not gonna be at home when I'm like 30 years old. I plan on this being my last year at home, my 2016 year, because I am planning on buying a house. Well, not a house, but a condo. And I want to buy something rather than rent it, because I know that I'm going to be here in Atlanta, because I teach here and I just love it here because my family's here too. So I just feel like it's a good idea for me to buy something rather than rent it. So I plan on buying like a condo or a townhome. I'm not ready for a house yet because I'm by myself. And if I live in a house by myself, I'm gonna be scared as crap every single day, every single night when I go to bed. So yeah, so, excuse me. So yeah, so staying at home really helps saving money. So if you can do that, I highly advise you do that. It saves a whole lot, and then in the end you can get what you really want. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about are separate bank accounts. I'm sorry, my nose is like running. Separate bank accounts. Okay, so when I graduated college, you know, I started working, being a teacher. I'm making a salary. So this is my first time ever making salary, you know. So I was like, oh, I have all this money. I have no bills. This was before I got my new car. So this is, I was like, I have no bills, nothing I have to worry about paying. So growing up, my parents got me things I needed, but my dad is like, kind of like old school. So he was the type like, oh, you have 2 pair of good shoes, you're fine, you don't need any more. So when Air Force Ones were all popular back in the day, I wanted Air Force Ones. I didn't get Air Force Ones until like 3 years after they came out. I had to beg my parents for them. So my dad finally got them for me, but it's like I had to ask so many times to get stuff like kids in school and high school were getting like on a daily basis. I was like, why can't I just have the same thing, you know? So I felt like I was kind of like fashion clothes deprived growing up. So yeah, so after I graduated college, I was like, oh my God, I can buy all the clothes I want. I can buy whatever I want, blah, blah, blah. So my whole first year of being a teacher, literally, I lived paycheck to paycheck, which did not make any sense because I was living at home with no bills. All my money went to clothes and food, which did not make any sense. Like Shoe Dazzle, Just Fab, all those subscription things, like every month I was getting something. What else? Like just going to the mall, buying whatever. And I wouldn't be buying like extra expensive stuff like Christian Louboutins. Like I didn't get those until a few months ago when I saved my money and put it aside, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna use this for that. So I was buying stuff from like Forever 21 and just cashing out like every time I got paid, literally paycheck to paycheck. I would get paid, go spend it, and then wait for my next check and go spend it. And I was doing that for like a year. So when tax time came around and I saw how much money I made, I was like, I have nothing to show. This is ridiculous. So then like my birthday hit and I was like, I need to change. Like something just clicked when my birthday hit. And I was like, I need to do better. So I went in my room, got rid of a lot of my clothes, and they still had tags on them. Got rid of a lot of my stuff, only kept the stuff I really needed. And was just like, I just need to buy stuff that I really, really need. So what I did to help me save was I got separate bank accounts. So I have one bank account and I have a credit union bank account. And one bank account is where like most of my money goes towards like direct deposit, all that goes to one bank account. And I have a credit union one where like I have to literally like go up to the bank and take the money out and all that stuff. So what I did to help me with my problem that I was having is I would get paid and I would literally take 80 to 90% of what I got paid and put it in my credit union savings account. And it was so hard. I did it for like a year. Well, I mean, I still do it now, but I have other bills I have to pay. But so say like I got $1,000. The $1,000 got direct deposit into my one bank account. I would go to the bank and get like $800 or $900 out. I think it was probably like 800. I would get like 800 out, 80 or 90% of it, and I would put it into my savings account so I could not touch it. And I would try to live off of that like $200 or $100 until I got paid again. So I was being really hard on myself. I was disciplining myself because I knew I had to change. Like I cannot live like that. And then when I get out into the real world, I move out, I can't be doing stuff like that anyway. So I need to learn how to change and do that. So that really helps. So in order for me to like buy something, if I didn't have enough money in my account, I would have to like go to the bank, get it out of my savings account, put it in my other account. And that was just like a hassle. I didn't want to do that. So that really helped me from spending. So if you guys have like a shopping problem or have a spending problem, I highly advise you to get another bank account, has a savings account in it, and put it in there. And I could have easily, transferred it, stayed in that one bank account and transferred it into the savings account on that same account. But then I could easily get on my phone and just transfer it back, and that's just too easy. I needed like a struggle to get this money. So having two bank accounts really helps, and I advise you guys to do that. So as far as buying what you want and all that good stuff, right now, since I still live at home, I can still like kind of go out and buy what I want to buy. But now, since I'm more disciplined, like I try to make goals in my savings account, and I try to hit goals like every month. Like I want my account to have this much in it by, when. So I'm not going to buy anything if my account doesn't meet my goal first. So, because my main goal out of all this is to save money and to buy a property and have a great amount in my savings account for when I do move out, in case of emergencies. So I'm not gonna buy something, especially, if it's like something like I need new tires for my car or something like really important for that, I'll get it. But if it's like buying a new pair of shoes that are expensive or buying this purse, I'm gonna wait until I meet my savings goal first, and then I'm gonna do it. So that really helps with buying. Or you can also take a little bit of money out every check and put it into the account and have it save up for that. So those are the saving tips I have. I hope they helped. That's what helped for me in the past, and that's what worked. Like I said, I know I am a teacher and do YouTube, which I make, I believe, a good, decent amount of money, but I'm not rich. I do have bills I have to pay, loans, all that. So it's not like I have money just, you know, cashing out, whatever. So yeah, so I hope those tips help. As far as my credit score, so I always paid a bill on time, and that's one thing I could say. I have never ever in my life been late on a bill. So yeah, so I'm gonna tell you, as far as credit, I never had a real credit card before. I have two, but they're not like Discover cards or like a Visa credit card where you can spend anywhere. What helped with me was getting cards in only specific groups that you can spend it in. So as far as my credit score going up, I did post, I went on Credit Karma, which a lot of y'all say isn't accurate, but when I did have to open my credit union account at the bank, they did check my credit score, and it was very similar at the time. From Credit Karma and the credit union, the scores were very similar. So that's why I do kind of like trust Credit Karma. I know it's not going to be exactly like on point, but they're very similar. So I do use that to check my credit score. What helped my credit score go up was getting my Care credit card. And Care credit is for like cosmetic or medical procedures. So y'all know that I've got I had a breast augmentation, so I did use my Care credit to finance that. So that helped. And then I also have a Victoria's Secret card. So the Care credit card I don't use because I don't plan on really getting any more procedures. I could use it if I had to like get like something like with the dentist, like if I had to get surgery, like a root canal or a tooth pulled or something like that, or something really major happens, I could use that. That's why I keep it, just in case. But otherwise I don't use it. I have a Victoria's Secret card, which helped me so much because I wanted another credit card. I just didn't want it to be a credit card that I could use everywhere, because I will be probably spending it everywhere. So Victoria's Secret card is great because you can only use that Victoria's Secret. I'm not promoting Victoria's Secret or anything like that in this video. I'm just telling you what I use. So I got a Victoria's Secret card a couple months before I got my breast augmentation, and I got it because I knew I would have to buy new bras, all new bras. So I ended up getting my card and buying new bras, but I did not know in order to help your credit, you're only supposed to be using 30% of your credit card limit, which nobody told me. So my credit card limit at first at Victoria's Secret was $800, and I spent $400 on buying new bras and other stuff, of course. So that kind of messed my credit up a little bit because I spent more than the 30%. Even though I didn't like max out or anything, it still did not help my credit. I pay all my cards on time. I pay all the payments on time. So I didn't know about the 30% thing until like months later. So ever since I found out, I've been only using 30%. And I do buy stuff from there every single month because I just love that store anyway. So I try to stay consistent with buying stuff. What really helped is, since I've been buying stuff consistently, I guess and I've been making payments on time or even early, they upped my max. So my max is at $3,000 now. And my credit card limit, 30% of like 3,000 is like 800. So I have a max of $800. I'm not gonna go Victoria's Secret for $800. Like, I try to spend only like 100 or 200 a month or something like that. Less than that, like sometimes even like $50. It just depends on what I need. Bathing suits, you know, the summer's coming up, whatever I need. So I noticed, like, when I posted my credit score, it was like at I forgot what it was at, but it was at the beginning of the 700s. And when I looked, after I made that payment and my max went up, it went to like 751. I was like, oh my gosh, why did it do that? It was because the max limit went up and of the 30% I was using. So yeah, so as far as credit goes and credit cards, please just use 30% of your credit card and make your payments on time. That's literally all I do. That's the only credit card that I really use now, because if I get the other ones, I'll be in big trouble with spending probably. So yeah, so those are my advice and tips that I can tell you guys. I don't think I have anything else to share about saving. Just try to save your money and focus on what you want. I know those shoes might be cute, but what is your real goal? Like, what do you really want? And as I'm getting older, I'm able to see more like what I really want in life, what's like something I need, and what's something that I just want. I want that condo, so I won't get that condo. So hopefully I'll be able to get that by the end of the year, and everything will just be great. So if you guys have any more questions about like saving money or like your credit, I'm not a credit expert or anything. That was just based off what I experienced. So if you guys have any questions or anything about anything like this, please leave them below, let me know. If you guys like more of these like life talk, I guess, videos on like life experiences, let me know what you want me to talk about. And I will, because I like doing them. They're kind of cool actually. So yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope this video helped you guys, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.